Well, this movie is not what I expected. Tonight we're talking about Blink Twice, starring Channing Tatum, Naomi Ackie, Adria Arjona, Haley Joel Osment, Christian Slater is even in this movie. So the first thing that I'm gonna say is that I put that disclaimer at the beginning for a reason. Funny thing, I actually saw that disclaimer on Instagram 2 or 3 days ago, and I read it in full, and I was like, people are so sensitive. Who cares? After seeing this movie, as you can see, I had to use it for myself. That disclaimer is relevant. This film is different. It's different. First of all, Zoe Kravitz, directorial debut. Congratulations. The film is beautiful, actually, for the most part. It's a very beautifully shot film. The color grading is immaculate. Some of the angles that were used, the cinematography is crazy. I really enjoyed it from a technical aspect. There were some moments where I felt like the sound design, was too much. For example, this may be able to be seen in the trailer, but it's not really a spoiler. It's like a random detail. Channing Tatum has this vape. His character is Slater King, I believe his name is. His character is always smoking a hookah. And if you've ever smoked hookah before, like a hookah pen or vape pen or whatever, you can hear the coil burning the cotton on the inside when you're pulling it. I felt like they did a little too much with like small elements like that in the films. Like, kudos for attention to detail, but sometimes it just kind of seemed like too much. I mean, he would pull that vape and the burn would be so loud, and I'm just like, why is that loud? That's just me being nitpicky. But other than that, though, as far as composition and cinematography are concerned, no complaints whatsoever. My biggest gripe about the film is that it pretty much follows a handful of random people that we know nothing about. The only people that we even kind of know something about is Slater King, of course, Channing Tatum's character. And we know that he's basically like a tech billionaire or something like that. And he hosts this retreat, this vacation, so to speak, for a few people that he knows. And a couple of the characters, they're waitresses. We know that much. But everybody else, we have no idea. The film doesn't even give us any of that. There's just a gala, a bunch of people, an island. We don't know anything about these people. So that was a bit annoying, because one of the most important things about setting up characters is that us as the audience, we have to have a reason to care. If you're just some random person and I don't know your story, I have no reason to empathize with you, other than the fact that you're a person and maybe something bad might happen to you or something bad did happen to you, then I care a little bit. But when you're truly invested in a character, that's when it really hits you, right? That's when it really hits home. But if you're not going to give us any type of character backstory, there's not really any character development, it's like, who are these people and why do I care about it? I feel like pacing was a major problem here as well. The film takes way too long to do certain things, and then some of the other things, they were rushed. Of course, I can't be specific there, but when you watch it, you'll know. The movie was only about an hour and 42 minutes. Because the pacing was so strange, I swore that movie was like 2.5 hours. It was so strange how it was put together. I absolutely love the message of this film, but I will say that some of the visuals, but only for a really small part, some of the visuals were hard to watch. But other than that, once the film gets rolling, it gets rolling. It just takes a long time to get there, right? We spend so much time watching these random people who we know absolutely nothing about doing random vacation stuff, right? Getting high, getting drunk, swimming, running around, screaming, dancing. We spend what feels like an hour with literally just that. And then towards the end of the second act, going into the third, then we're treated with the real fun. So that does it for my review on Blink Twice. This is going to be one of my shorter reviews because this movie, it just wasn't for me. It wasn't a bad movie, just wasn't for me. So be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how you felt about the film. Hit the notification bell so you know when I drop the next reviews. And I'll also leave you with one note for those of you who do watch the film. I understand safety, but it was a python, not a viper. I'm a stickler for certain details. Anyway, see you at the next one.